this literally ilang beses kong tinry na i-write itong story na to. That's why it took me 1 year because I get so emotional. I literally start crying. Whenever I read the story, I always cry because it always gets me emotional. Paano kami umabot? It always gets me emotional how we made it this far, and Hello mommies, my name is Layy and you're watching How to Mommy. This video is really important to me, and if you clicked on it because yung na-experience ko before is what you are experiencing right now, I just want to tell you as early as now na you can do it. Don't give up and be strong. And it's even really hard for me to imagine na once upon a time, super underweight yung baby ko. Tapos ngayon, he's happy, he's healthy, he's okay. It feels like napakalayo nun, but it was just 1 year ago when we started with this journey. And I'm really happy to share it with you, and I hope that you're gonna continue watching para matulungan ko din kayo. A quick background, first time mama ko, I gave birth last year, March 2, 2018. After 24 hours of really painful labor, hindi talaga siya nag-descend. So, they had to do an emergency cesarean section kasi baka nagkaka-infection na si baby. But, there was no problem. He was 3.35 kilograms and he was healthy. He was okay. However, when Cairo was 2 weeks old, we went to his pediatrician for a routine checkup. And then, na-discover namin na he was underweight pala. He lost 720 grams from 3.35 kilograms nung March 17, 2.63 na lang siya. It's actually normal for newborns to lose weight during the first several days of life. Pero, it's only supposed to be up to like 10% of the birth weight. Supposedly, kapag 2 weeks old na si baby, nare-regain na niya yung weight na na-lose niya. In Cairo's case, he lost 720 grams. That's around 20% of his birth weight. And then during that checkup, he was like 15 days old. So, dapat na-regain na niya yun. Dapat more than that pa, diba? But he wasn't able to, and he really lost so much weight. And that was very alarming for the pediatrician. This is the baby book of my baby. I think you also have it if you're a mom. And then you will find here the chart that was used by my pediatrician. This is based on the World Health Organization weight for age boys category kasi boy yung baby ko. They also have for girls. You will find it in the same book. But basically, ito yung ginamit niya. Yung age ni baby nandito sa baba. So you can find 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. And then dito is the weight of baby. And then you will find a blue line or yung line dito sa middle which says 0. This is supposed to be, or ideally, kung saan dapat nagfo-fall yung weight ng child mo, depende sa month. So, yung akin is nandito talaga sa baba, like sa -2. But supposedly, nandito ka sa 0, which is the average for like the baby. There are also other charts, but generally, this is the chart that the pediatricians use. You always have to ask your doctor and don't diagnose directly or diretso basing on this chart. It could mean different things, and just always ask your doctor. So during that visit, the pediatrician coached me on how to breastfeed kasi baka there were wrong techniques, and then baka wala naman talaga masyadong malaking problema pero he was just not breastfeeding effectively. And then she asked me to use a Haakaa. This is a Haakaa. What you do is when your baby is breastfeeding on this side, you attach it here, like on the opposite side. Tapos, meron kasi tayong tinatawag na letdown, or like minsan, you can notice it then that while your baby is breastfeeding, may parang tumutulo na milk on the other side. So, you use this to catch it. And then, my pediatrician asked me to give the baby whatever I collect sa Haakaa so that nado-double yung feeding niya. So, nagde-drink siya ng milk directly from me. Tapos, ika-cup feed ko yung nakakuha ko from the Haakaa. If I don't want a cup feed, I can also try the drip-drop method, which is i-breastfeed ko si baby tapos tumutulo yung milk from above, like using a syringe or a spoon. It's just up to me. Basta she wasn't advising me to use a bottle yet because baka mag-nipple confusion si baby. During that visit, na-discover din namin na may tongue tie pala si baby, but a lot of other babies don't really get affected sa tongue tie. Like, okay lang sa kanila na may tongue tie sila. They still breastfeed correctly or effectively. So we did not decide on doing a Frenotomy yet para sa tongue tie ni baby. The tongue tie, by the way, was the reason pala na masakit si Cairo mag-latch sa akin. When he's breastfeeding, nasusugatan talaga ako at that time. That was the reason pala. It was because of his tongue tie. So if you are experiencing pain when you're breastfeeding, you can ask your pediatrician or look for help kasi baka there's something wrong with the way you are breastfeeding. Or maybe your baby is tongue-tied or lip-tied. After that checkup, we did everything we were advised to do and akala talaga namin na magiging okay lang lahat. But 4 days after, March 21, he was weighed again and he was only 2.75 kilograms. He is still underweight. The doctor told me na hindi na lang daw kami magka-Cupfeed or magda-drip drop method kasi baka na-waste yung ibang milk. Like, hindi naman talaga may iwasan na it spills all over, like sa side ng mouth niya or everything is on the lang sa bibs. Hindi siya masyado marunong uminom from a cup or what. So because the weight was really alarming na we used a bottle na lang. A baby usually consumes 1 to 1.5 ounces of milk per hour. So sabihin lang natin na in 24 hours, he is supposed to drink 24 ounces of milk. So, let's assume na lang na 12 ounces will have to come from me kasi gusto kong mag-direct latch pa rin kami. And then, 12 ounces should come from a bottle. So, yun yung instruction ng doctor na within 1 day talaga, I should be able to give 12 ounces from a milk bottle and 12 ounces direct latch from me. Hindi ko na measure yun, but I just estimate it. And most of the time din, we only latch or parang nakalatch on talaga si baby sa akin for really long periods of time. Wala talaga kami exact schedule when giving the bottle, but to make sure lang, tsaka para may guide ako, I made a chart. The chart looks like this. I used a whiteboard para hindi ako ma-waste ng paper. Tapos nilagyan ko lang siya ng tape on the sides para masulatan ko ng permanent. Pero pwede ko ding tanggalin if I wanna change it. And then every day, I change the date and the mga sinulat ko. I just take a picture para may record ako every day kung ano nang changes, ano nang improvements, ano nangyayari. So, I have all the photos on my phone right now, but this is just one of the days. Nilagay ko dito yung 1 to 16 ounces kasi yung goal namin is 12 ounces per day. Pero if sumobra, that's still okay. And then we just write the time kung anong time namin nalagay. And then, I also wrote poop and pee above para ma-monitor namin if regular ba yung output ni baby. And on the left side, nilagay ko yung pumping schedule ko because I was also experiencing low milk supply. So, I had to pump milk and I wanted to do it talaga regularly. So, nilalagay ko and I also put how much milk I was able to pump tsaka may goal sa baba para ma-determine and ma-motivate ako. And on the bottom, I put the supplements and like the schedule on how many times or what time I should drink my supplements because I was also taking supplements to increase my milk supply. So you can also do this if you want a guide, but of course there are apps available. Mas gusto ko kasi magsulat, so I just used a whiteboard instead. Since I wasn't always able to collect enough breast milk from my Haakaa or the pump, I had to give formula milk like 2 or 3 times. Pero hindi talaga ako comfortable. We gave like 1 ounce lang or 2 ounces. If hindi na talaga siya nagsa-stop mag-cry, kailangan namin mabigay ng formula milk kasi feeling ko wala talaga siyang milk na nakukuha from me. But na-notice namin na every time he drinks formula milk, he really throws up. Yung parang hindi yung spit up, kasi yung spit up parang dito lang konti and then, you know, just a small amount. But when he's given formula milk, sinusuka talaga niya, as in, ang dami. And it was clear to me that he really preferred breast milk, so I really had to try and increase my milk supply. We thought of what our next step should be kasi sobrang kulang talaga ng milk ko. And then we realized na meron pala kaming auntie na nagbe-breastfeed ng baby niya. At that time, her baby was 3 months old. Napakabait niya and we were so lucky that she only lives nearby. So, pumayag siya na magpump siya ng milk for Cairo. And then I also asked milk from the people na nagbe-breastfeed, like my cousin and yung mga friends ko. Tinanong ko din if they know somebody. The internet is really, really helpful, and I was very lucky to receive some donations, but mainly yung auntie talaga namin yung nagbigay ng so much milk, and I really owe her a lot. After 5 days, March 26, Cairo was weighed again. Pero 2.9 kilograms lang siya. Still not good enough. Still underweight. So, this time, sabi ng pedia, baka yung tongue tie niya was really affecting his latch. Because if you have a tongue tie, aside from masakit yung pagbe-breastfeed, you're unable to get milk. Like, nahihirapan kang mag-suck out ng milk from the breast. So, we scheduled a frenotomy. A frenotomy is when you cut or release the tongue tie. And it was done by a pedia dentist. During the frenotomy, like the next day ata, March 27, the pedia dentist asked about the weight loss, and then na-shock talaga siya. It was very, very alarming that she had to call somebody she knows, a lactation consultant who happened to be her friend then. And then she told the lactation consultant about my story, and the lactation consultant was very, very alarmed as well. It was that bad that napaka-busy niya, but she looked for a schedule for me. Full ata yung one-on-one consultation niya, but I think she used her lunchtime the next day immediately para ma-coach ako, tsaka para makausap ako to help me, because the weight loss of my baby, which is 720 grams, it was really, really bad. So we went to her immediately the next day, March 28, and that was a really, really important part of this journey kasi ang dami kong na-learn sa kanya, and even after the consultation, you can approach her pa rin, you can talk to her, and I think I gained a friend, not just knowledge or just a consultation with a doctor, but she became a friend. She was very encouraging. And even if all the other people around me didn't want me to breastfeed anymore or wanted me to mix feed, and she was still there, very supportive and very encouraging that I can still do it. I can really do it. And I learned a lot from her, because ang dami kasing information on the internet, but you have to read a lot and you're not even sure if everything is true. Your OBGYN and the pedio of your baby may know about breastfeeding, but lactation consultants kasi, they really dedicate the time to talk to you about breastfeeding and a lot of things na bago. Baby kasi, the other doctors don't have time to do it or concentrate on the baby or concentrate on you, but the lactation consultant will really concentrate on breastfeeding. From the lactation consultant, I was able to learn how to pump effectively, to breastfeed effectively. If meron pang na-miss yung pedia, na i-teach sa akin, siya yung nag-teach sa akin. And she also taught me how to not bottle feed anymore, and then just breastfeed the baby and use an SNS. SNS is originally by Medela, pero yung ginamit namin is just improvised. Instead of buying the kit talaga from Medela, which is like a necklace, a bottle, and a tube, yung ginawa namin is just an improvised, just an ordinary baby bottle, and then we just used a tube from the pharmacy. We just inserted it when baby was breastfeeding. I'm gonna show you a photo of it right here. So that was very important, because aside from giving supplemented breast milk, we were also able to keep him latched on, so it was making my body produce more milk. We went back to Cairo's pedia when he turned 1 month and 3 days old, but he was still underweight. He was 3.2 kilograms April 5, and that's not even his birth weight yet. Supposedly, yung baby, after 1 month or exactly 30 days, dapat nag-gain siya ng 900 grams from his birth weight. That's 30 grams per day. Pero yung baby ko, after 1 month, hindi pa siya bumalik sa birth weight niya. That was really, really bad. But binigyan kami ng chance ng pedia kasi bago pa yung frenotomy and I was still trying to gain more milk. So, hindi niya talaga kami pinressure at that time na magbigay na ng formula milk. Pero April 17, he was weighed again. Cairo was weighed again, and he was only 3.68 kilograms. Nag-gain na siya pero kulang pa din. Unfortunately, during that visit, the pediatrician asked me to give formula milk na lang talaga. I don't exactly know the reason, or hindi ko masyadong maalala, because I was very emotional when she said it. Okay lang naman sa kanya na mag-breastfeed pa din ako directly, pero yung 12 ounces, sabi niya, maybe I can give na lang formula milk instead of donated breast milk. Kasi iba-iba every case, pero usually, mas nagigain talaga faster ng weight yung baby if binibigyan siya ng formula milk. It's different ha, it's really case to case, but in my case kasi 1 month plus na hindi pa din nag-gain ng enough weight si baby. So we just decided na lang to give formula milk, and I really cried. The pediatrician said it doesn't make me less of a mother and it's gonna be okay because I'm still gonna be breastfeeding him when I can. Pero I had to give formula milk just to help him gain weight. I remember that after that visit, I went to the dentist because there was a post-Frenotomy checkup for Cairo, and then I really cried in the clinic of the dentist, as in front of her I was very emotional, and coincidentally she was also pumping milk, so she can relate to me. Pero ang dami niyang milk that she offered her stash kasi umiyak na nga ako in front of her, and I felt really bad. If you're a breastfeeding mom and you're facing something like this, I'm sure you can relate. When it comes to a time that you are not able to breastfeed your baby anymore, or for some reason, may situation na hindi nyo na pwedeng i-breastfeed si baby, di ba nakakaiyak? I really cried. I was very emotional. And it's really normal. Something that I want to share with you is it's really normal, and people around you might think that it's OA or it's weird. You're not supposed to cry. Why will you cry? Pero for me, it's okay to be sad, it's okay to cry, it's okay to be emotional about it. It's probably the hormones, we don't know, diba? Pero okay lang naman. Ako, what I did was I cried, I felt bad, or I felt sad, but I just had to try and get up right away. I had to be strong for my baby, and remember that the pediatrician told me it doesn't make me less of a mother kasi I'm still trying my best naman to give milk to my baby. Even if I felt like I failed as a mother kasi all I have to do lang naman is produce enough milk to nourish my baby, and I couldn't do it. Pero don't dwell on those thoughts. Yun talaga yung na-learn ko. You have to be strong for your baby. So whatever the reason is that makes you need to give formula milk to your baby, don't feel very bad about it. It doesn't make you less of a mother. How many times am I saying that on this video? But it's true. I'm not mom shaming anybody. If you're mixed feeding your baby, it's okay. If he is exclusively formula fed, that's okay. If you are exclusively breastfeeding your baby, then that's okay as well. Every mom has a different story, but every mom is a mom. Anyway, back to what really happened. We had to give formula milk sometimes whenever we didn't have donated milk, or if I couldn't pump enough more milk, and then I still latched him on directly. And then I couldn't really do it. Whenever we had to give formula milk, kasi wala talaga kaming breast milk, umiiyak ako. Like, I couldn't watch my baby drink milk na hindi galing sa akin or hindi breast milk. So my husband had to do it. And then what I did, nagpump lang talaga ako na nagpump ng milk. And then nagpapadami ako ng milk. I ate so many galactagogues, and I did power pumping. I pumped during madaling araw. Nagpump ako every time tulog si baby. I did so many things, and against the pediatrician's advice, my goal really was to never give him formula milk. So we're really happy that I worked very hard, because mga twice or thrice lang ata kami nagbigay ng formula milk, and irritated talaga siya. He really spits it up or throws it up. So after a while, dumami naman yung milk ko, and we were very happy when that happened. At this point, na-learn ko talaga yung don't give up. As in, don't give up right away. Pag sinabi ni Pedia na ganito, pag sinabi ni Sino na ganito, and don't do this now, you just mix feed na lang. If gusto mo talaga mag-breastfeed, don't give up. In my case, I didn't give up, and that was my choice. That was my personal choice. Again, I'm not mom shaming, but it depends on you what you have to do. I also owe a lot to the Facebook groups that I joined. Yung mga support groups sa Facebook. There is Breastfeeding Pinays, which is a Tagalog, like a nationwide group, Manila-based ata yung mga admins. And there is Milk Making Mommies, which is if you are Bisaya or from the Cebu area, which is also a good thing kasi if I joined Breastfeeding Pinays only, there are things na hindi ko nabibili from Cebu na nire-recommend nila because it's just from Manila or a specific branch of Healthy Options or a specific branch of SM. But for Milk Making Mommies, they tell you really where to buy the supplements, or for example, yung mga donated milk, mga ganon. So it's really helpful to look for a breastfeeding group from your area, and it's better than when you Google things, kasi sa Google hindi mo naman talaga sila nakakausap, or yung mga kailangan mong bilhin or hanapin is from the US, and that's really hard to find or hard to buy. I found a Cebu-based support group, and that was very helpful kasi nakakausap ko sila in my own dialect, and I know some of the people, I meet some of the friends that I had before, hindi ko na nakita, pero dun sa support group, nandun pala sila, and we can really talk back and forth, and we can meet, ganun. So it was very helpful, and I'm very thankful for breastfeeding Pinays and milk-making mommies. From the breastfeeding support groups, na-learn ko na pwede naman pala akong pumunta ng ibang pediatrician. Doesn't mean I'm changing my pediatrician, but we can go to another pediatrician to get a second opinion or to weigh him on a different scale. And then surprisingly, sa scale ng pediatrician na to, he was already 4.2 kilograms. That was April 26. So, sabi ng pedia, it's not that alarming. It is underweight, pero it's not that alarming. There's no need for me to switch to formula milk or to mix feed talaga. I can just try and continue breastfeeding him and we'll see what will happen. We were given heraclene, pero I chose not to give it. Parang binigay ko lang once or twice. And I wanted to preserve the virgin gut of my baby. So, tinry ko na hindi na siya bigyan ng heraclene. And then, after 4 days, nag-gain pa rin siya ng weight. We went back to the pediatrician and yung weight niya was 4.5 kilograms already. As in, sinabi ng pedia sa akin, she reassured me that it's not very alarming, but we still have to keep trying to gain weight. But there is really no need to mix feed. So, May 3, we went back to the primary pediatrician of Cairo and he was weighed. He was just 4.3 kilograms. Medyo different talaga siya sa weighing scale ng other pedia. Pero it's okay. The same sa sinabi ng other pedia, this primary pediatrician was already okay na sa weight gain ni Cairo. She said it was steady, it was going upwards. Although sa chart, it's still not the ideal or not the goal, pero it's going there. And I told the pedia din na marami na yung milk ko and I was taking supplements that was changing the quality of my milk. Mas okay yung milk ko ngayon. I mean, at that time. And mas madami na siya. So, she said na, sige, then we don't have to mix feed anymore. There are types of food which makes your milk mas madami. And then there are types of food which makes your milk change in quality. Like, it becomes fattier. In my case, I took Legendairy organic supplements and that really helped my milk become thick. In fact, everything na ginamit ko, mga milk bottles, mga pump parts, it was very oily, like greasy siya, mahirap siyang tanggalin. And whenever my milk would sit like still or stagnant for several hours, it develops a fat plug, as in mahirap siyang kunin. It's really fat, and that was one of the reasons talaga why my baby started gaining weight. And you may or may not take Legendairy supplements, baka maiba, but I'm not very familiar. And meron din namang mga food na or other types of vitamins that will help you make your milk more fatty. But if you want to try Legendairy supplements, please try and get them from Mama's Hub. We were still asked to breastfeed baby directly and give him 12 to 16 ounces of breast milk. At that time, hindi ko na kailangang manghingi ng milk from donor because I was already pumping enough milk. In fact, nag-start na akong mag-freeze ng some of the milk because I was already pumping extra milk. Cairo didn't need to take vitamins or any form of supplements or any form of formula milk or baby food kasi from my breast milk lang, both direct latch and from the pumped breast milk, he was already gaining enough weight. By 3 months old, he was already 5.59 kilograms, so pa-upward talaga yung weight gain niya. By 5 months old, correct na talaga yung weight gain niya. He was 7.7 kilograms and according to the chart, that was already okay. And that was already not underweight, like normal weight na siya. I felt really accomplished. In fact, whenever I look back and tinitingnan ko yung pictures niya, when he was 5 months old, he was chubby, he was chunky, he was so healthy and happy. Naiiyak talaga ako. As in, nakikita ko yung pictures niya na parang, really? Talaga, it was just me? It was just my milk? Because, diba, we didn't need anything. We didn't need to give him anything. But the donated breast milk and then my milk, alam ko we tried to give formula milk mga twice, thrice, ganun. Pero mostly, it was really just breast milk. So I was really proud of myself and it's such a huge accomplishment for me. By the time he turned 6 months old, he was really okay na. 8.1 kilograms na siya, ideally 7.9 or something. So parang sumobra pa siya ng konti. And that was already the sign na okay na. I decided to stop pumping milk and we started giving him solids na. Funnily enough, meron talaga ako na-build na freezer stash and then we just ended up giving it away kasi hindi na kailangan ni Cairo. Enough na sa kanya yung directly breastfeeding tsaka kumakain na din siya ng konting solids. So, mommies, if you're going through the same thing, if your pediatrician is stressing you out kasi underweight si baby and hindi nyo na alam yung gagawin nyo, just take it from me. Relax. Kaya mo yan. If you wanna continue breastfeeding, do your best and try everything. But when it comes to a point na hindi mo talaga kaya and you have to work, diba? Iba-iba naman talaga yung situations ng mga mommies. It's okay to mix feed. It's okay to just give formula milk. Fed is best. I know that some people or some campaigns tell us that breast is best. But me, I believe that, but I also believe that fed is best, depending on the situation. So you can try so hard to breastfeed, but when it comes to the point that you really can't do it, don't be ashamed or don't feel so bad. Don't feel so guilty if you have to give formula milk. It was and is my choice to breastfeed my baby exclusively. But it's always up to you, and there's absolutely no mom shaming in this video. Please don't hesitate to ask help, especially lactation consultants, anybody who breastfed exclusively, your friends, your relatives. Don't hesitate to ask help. Don't think that you're a mom and you're supposed to know these things. No, there are things that we don't know yet. There are new things that we don't know about. Or, you know, if you don't have anybody to talk to, just ask me. Just comment below. Just send me a PM or a DM on Instagram, on Facebook, wherever, and I'm really gonna try and pay it forward and answer your questions, because when I was in your situation, I wanted to talk to somebody talaga. So now that I'm here, or now that you met me, you stumbled upon this video, then just take the opportunity and ask me so I can help you and I can answer your questions then. For me, I can't even begin to thank everybody. I don't know how to do it. My family, my relatives, my friends, everybody who were very supportive. Yung mga nakaka-chat ko whenever I was pumping ng madaling araw, yung mga support groups, the doctors, the strangers, everybody who helped me, they were such a huge help kasi minsan wala kang nakakausap sa bahay if you're a stay-at-home mom. But when you have the internet, when you have Facebook, all the social media, they provide you with an outlet and you're able to find people to talk to, and that's really, really important. Support and encouragement, and it really takes a village. Right now, my baby is already 1 year old, and he's okay, he's healthy, he's happy, he's already eating solids, and he's still breastfeeding directly from me. Hindi na ako nagpa-pump, wala na kaming bottles, wala kaming kailangan i-prepare, and it's really, really convenient for us. Generally, he eats well, and we're trying to teach him how to feed himself, and it's been an exciting journey. It still is an exciting journey, and I'm really, really excited for you mommies to be here na din after overcoming whatever struggles you are going through right now. So, thank you very much talaga, mommies. If you're still watching up to this point, sana tulungan ko kayo. Sana yung video na to provided you inspiration and hope. Sana wag kayong mag-give up right away. And once again, just comment below if there are questions or topics you want me to talk about. And don't hesitate talaga to ask help. Thank you talaga for watching, and I hope that you can share this to your friends who need it. Like this video, you can also subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Ang dami-dami ko pang gustong i-share, and it really means so much to me that you're watching my videos.